Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mount Lebanon High School Stadium for tonight's WPIAL 6A Quad County Conference game facing the Butler Golden Tornadoes against your host, the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. Hello, everyone. Denny Pastufka here along with my partner, Brian Walters. Pleasure to have you with us tonight. This is our 5th season, and we're looking forward to a successful one and hope to bring you a good one tonight.
Good evening, Mount Lebanon football fans. So good to be here with the voice of Mount Lebanon football, Denny Pastufka. Boy, I've been waiting for this game since a cold, snowy November game out in Pine Richland last season when the season ended in the semifinals. Really excited to start. The sun has risen on a new era of football at Mount Lebanon. Really looking forward to a great season, Denny. Good to be here with you.
And tell us about the new era, the change at the top.
Yeah, well, it all starts up top with new head coach Bob Palco, who comes from West Allegheny, where he won a record 8 Whippeal championships in 3A, Class 3A football. Coach Palco comes with a great resume, incredible attitude, and already is making a big impact in the community. He also brings several coaches from his successful staff at West Allegheny to help lead these Blue Devils and turn this program around. We've seen it manifest itself in a lot of different ways already. Denny, the conditioning program is a lot different. They've brought in Coach Reiser from West Allegheny, who's helping support training the student athletes, who's having a big impact there. Coach's just general connection with the community. We've also seen a lot more involvement from everybody in the community with this program. And we also want to note that it is community night this evening as well, so we got a lot going on. But Denny, so many storylines with this team. I know we're going to touch on them a lot as this game goes on, as the season goes on, but a lot to talk about with the Blue Devils.
Yes, we do. And Mount Lebanon Blue Devils take the field as we speak. Mount Lebanon comes into the game with a 1-1 record, losing in week 1 at Gateway in a non-conference game, and then bouncing back with a big win over Cannon Mac, 49-21 last week. Butler comes into the game 0-2. They have not played a conference game yet. They lost in week 1 against North Hills, lost last week to Baldwin, so they're going to look to turn things around.
Yeah, a really tough way to start the season for the Blue Devils with a new staff coming in. They had to take on the 5A ranked #1 team in the state, Gateway. And I saw a lot of good things in that Gateway game, as it was Coach's first time leading the team from the sidelines. Of course, last week, great breakout game on offense for these Blue Devils. Good way to transition in as we have game 3, second conference game. And really, Denny, this is a Butler team that you would think Mount Lebanon should be able to handle and win, setting things up next week for what I would call the trajectory game, the game that you circle on the schedule and say, this could be a defining game for the Blue Devils. That's next week at home against Seneca Valley. Lost a heartbreaker up there last year to the Seneca Valley team. So, again, I think things are setting up nicely for these Blue Devils. Can't look past the Golden Tornadoes of Butler, but this is a game I would expect Mount Lebanon to be able to win.
And the captains are out for the coin toss now. For Butler, looks like Cooper Baxter, the quarterback, is one of the captains, along with number 78, Nate Cornaby, who is a big 280-pound tackle who's getting recruited by Division I and II schools. Also, captain number 51 is Jacob Pomacata, and also number 44, Evan Orlowski. For Mount Lebanon, number 55, J.B. Nelson, number 11, Eddie Kubit, and number 12, Mason Ventrone.
And expect a lot of leadership out of those seniors who are captains. And really, this is an outstanding senior class, Denny, for this 2019 Blue Devil football team. A lot of seniors expect to contribute to this team's success.
Butler has won the toss and has elected to receive. Mount Lebanon will kick off toward the north end zone. Our officiating crew tonight is Joe Kulik, our referee, umpire Ron Gregory, linesman Jim Davis, line judge Derek Sullivan, side judge Matthew Georgelas, and field judge Scott Eckel. And Brian, you want to talk a little bit about community night that you had mentioned that's going on here at Mount Lebanon tonight?
Yeah, the Mount Lebanon football team wanted to recognize all the people in the community help contribute to make football and Friday nights in southwestern Pennsylvania so special. So the football program has acknowledged various individuals within the community, including police officers, maintenance employees, other people who contribute to the school district, and of course, Brian McFeely as well. And we'll touch upon Mr. McFeely a little bit later as well. But it's, again, a special night for the community here.
And Brian, we talked to Coach Palco before the game. Give us his 3 keys to the game tonight.
That's right. Not surprising. Coach Palco, starts on defense. So his first key to the game was he wanted to create turnovers against this Butler Golden Tornado team. His second key to the game was protect the football. He did not want to see any turnovers from his offensive squad for the Blue Devils. And then his third key to the game, and again, not surprising with a defensive-minded coach, was he wants to see the Blue Devils tackle well in open field. So those are 3 things we'll watch closely as the Blue Devils prepare to kick off. They'll be on defense first.
Number 38, Noah Buddha, sophomore, will kick it away for Mount Lebanon.
We've got big number 23, Joe King, at the headhunter position on the kick cover team.
Low kick. It'll be taken at the 14-yard line. And that'll be number 15, Anthony Davidic, returning for Butler. On the tackle, Everett Lefevre.
I think also number 28, Jack Castero, was in on that tackle too. 2 senior players contributing mightily on the special teams for these Blue Devils.
11 yards on the return, 1st and 10, Butler from their own 25-yard line.
Denny, one of the changes that comes with Coach Palco is his defensive coordinator, Coach Kim Needbala, who has these Blue Devils set in a 3-man front right now with Sam Sloan anchoring the middle for the Blue Devils.
Cooper Baxter, sophomore quarterback, he's going to roll out to his left. Looking, he will throw to sideline. Oh, almost picked off. It is picked off. Jack Sullivan, number 24, comes up with his 2nd interception of the young season.
Wow, that's 2 weeks in a row we've seen the senior captain, Jack Sullivan, intercept a pass. Almost identical spots on the sideline. Last week against Kansas, he intercepted one, took it back to the house. This time steps right in front of the pass, read him the whole way. What you'd expect from a 2-year starter at safety, Jack Sullivan already asserting himself in the defensive backfield for these Blue Devils.
Mount Lebanon will take over, and you'll see a completely different offense than we've had over the last 6 years. As you know, Mike Melnick liked to air it out, and we threw the ball 30 times a game at least. Coach Pelko, he likes to run it up the gut. So maybe we won't have 3-hour games anymore either, Brian.
Well, the big difference right here, Denny, you're seeing the Blue Devils start with a tight end. That's Eddie Kubit, number 11, senior captain at tight end for the Blue Devils.
We have senior Evan Jones starting off at quarterback. That was Lesota coming around on the carry. He's going to be brought down at the 40-yard line by number 68, Peyton McKee.
Boy, I tell you, Denny, Evan Jones does everything. He quarterback, linebacker, tight end, wide out, H-back. He might have driven Butler's team bus to this game today. He does so much.
When we have a moment, we'll tell you about the quarterback situation as we've been playing 2 quarterbacks. Both have been doing well. The senior Evan Jones getting the start tonight, but you're going to see number 3, Joey Daniels, a sophomore, in there eventually. Got Mason Ventrone dotting the I. Fake handoff. Jones open. Is going to look wide open. Complete.
Sam
Rolfson. He's going to take it down inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Sam Rolfson came across wide open, looked like the linebacker could not get to him. Nice patient play by Evan Jones, found him. Sam got his shoulders turned upfield. After the catch, probably ran 20 yards all the way down to the 14-yard line of the Golden Tornadoes. Game off to a good start for these Blue Devils at home in the home opener.
That'll be a 27-yard gain, 1st and 10, Mount Lebanon down at the 14-yard line. Lesota in motion. Jones will hand it off to Ventrone off the left side. And get a couple on the play. Number 44, Orlowski, coming up from his inside linebacker position to make the stop for Butler.
Denny, again, another thing we're seeing, a little deployment of athletes in a different position. So Mason Ventrone, a 3-year starter for these Blue Devils, but this is the first time we've really seen Mason taking the ball in the backfield and running between the tackles. He ran as hard as I've ever seen him ran, probably since he was a termite last week against Kansas. Keep an eye on number 12, Mason Ventrone.
2nd down 6. Handoff again to Ventrone. He's going to turn it right.
Go, Mason!
On the side. He's going to step over a tackler and take it into the end zone for a Mount Lebanon touchdown.
Wow, there you see Mason Ventrone's elusiveness, his speed, his instinct. That's 3 games in a row. The senior, number 12, Mason Ventrone, has scored a touchdown for these Blue Devils. In fact, he scored the first touchdown for the Blue Devils in each of these first 3 games against Gateway, Canon-Mac, and now Butler. Very nice block by split end Sam Lasota, and closing off the right side was big number 55, J.B. Nelson.
37, K.C. Sorsdale on for the point after. He's 9 of 10 on the young season, and he drills that one right down the middle. With 10 minutes remaining here in the first quarter, Mount Lebanon 7, Butler nothing.
Wow, great start for our Blue Devils, Denny, as they enter Game 2 of Quad County action in 6A football. Powerful drive by the Blue Devils, both running and passing. Coach mixed it up very well. Another change, of course, that we have is we do have a new offensive coordinator, too. Coach Mauro Mons from Cedar LaSalle and Duquesne University is now the play caller for these Blue Devils. Did a nice job of mixing it up there.
Mount Lebanon makes quick time of it. Scoring drive, 4 plays, 40 yards in 1:47 seconds.
Denny, we started the game by talking about Coach Pelko's keys to the game. His first key was create turnovers. He's got to be pleased.
First play of the game.
Series, first play of the game. The senior, Jack Sullivan, steps in front and intercepts a pass. Nice job.
All right, back deep for Butler is Dividuck as well as Fedosco. It's going to be Noah Buddha kicking off again from Mount Lebanon.
You know, we talked about Coach Pelko being a defensive coach. He's also a big supporter and stickler for special teams as well. It was always one of the things that stood out on those West A teams.
Buddha's kick once again to the left side. It's going to be taken at the 8-yard line by Dividuck. Nice return. Going to bring it out close to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 30-yard return out to the 38-yard line where Butler's going to take over 1st and 10.
Denny, last time we were on this field, we saw the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils in a first-round playoff game against Canon-Mac in 2018, down 14 points. They came back in that game because J.B. Nelson took over the game in the second half against Canon-Mac. J.B. Nelson is 77 this season. He's at right defensive end. I'd like to see him start to take over some games. Let's key on him early in this game and see what he does up front for the Blue Devils on defense.
Baxter, quarterback. He's going to keep run up the middle. A nice little gainer. Looks like Evan Jones coming in on the play, along with Eddie Kubit.
Yeah, the senior Eddie Kubit, one of the leading tacklers on the Blue Devil defense. Really solid player, particularly between the tackles. Very strong at the point of attack. Evan Jones came in and finished him off there.
Gain of 6 on the play, 2nd down and 4, ball at the 44-yard line. And Baxter has been a one-man show the first 2 weeks for Butler. They have 511 yards as a team, and he has 440 of them, passing or rushing. And he's going to rush and keep it again. Stiff resistance, but he bounces off a tackler or two. Looks like Jack Sullivan coming up to make the stop, along with, looks like Sam Rolfson.
I'd say that play was originally stopped, though, because of the penetration by Big Sam Sloan, the senior 300-pounder nose tackle. He was out all of last season with a labrum tear, but is back healthy again. He blew through that line of scrimmage to jam up that play.
3rd and 1. Baxter will line up under center this time, but there's flags on the play. Tough to tell if he got first down yardage or not, but let's see what the flags are.
I did not see anyone go off sides. It was a fairly quick count.
Head official Joe Kulik to make the call, a fellow Montour graduate like myself. It looks like false start on the offense. And they'll mark it back 5, which is going to make it a 3rd down and 6 now for Butler.
Boy, if you're Butler, that's one thing you cannot afford is the self-inflicted mistakes.
And it looks like Mount Lebanon may have declined the penalty.
That would be hard to imagine, declining a 5-yard penalty when it was a pre-snap penalty.
4th and 1. And it does
I'm
appear
sorry. That was 3rd down.
Butler's going to go for it. Flags before the snap. This time they are going to march it back 5. Back to the 41, where now it becomes 4th and 6.
I apologize. I thought that was a dead ball penalty on the play before.
Oh, okay. Unless Baxter's also the punter, it looks like he's going to take the snap, and he is going to punt. Oh, did we get a hand on that? It was either tipped or just a horrible punt, one of the two. Tough to tell if anybody got a hand on that, but
it looked to me penetration through the middle. Blue Devil got a hand up and did block that punt. Denny, just one quick observation, too, when you look at that Blue Devil defense. You'll notice Mason Ventrone, we've talked about him a lot already, on defense, 2-time all-conference cornerback. Under Coach Palco's regime with Coach Needbala, defensive coordinator, they've moved Mason to linebacker. Arguably one of the best athletes on the team. They want to get him closer to the ball. He's been very active in the first 2 games and here already in this 3rd game at the linebacker position. So that's a new position for Mason, having been a 2-time all-conference D-back as well.
Mount Lebanon gets good field position to start with here again on this drive. 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line after an 11-yard punt. And we have Evan Jones in a quarterback again. To his left, Ventrone. He'll hand it to Ventrone. Nice hole. Good gainer. It's going to be enough for first down yardage and more. Slezak making the stop for Butler, but a nice gain by Ventrone.
Yeah, that's your 6'6", 225-pound left tackle, Tommy Peters, number 55, who blocked down, blew open a gigantic hole right there for the Blue Devils to run through. Denny, I think you or I could have run through that hole after Tommy Peters laid the block. Tommy Peters also already has a scholarship offer to Bucknell to play football.
Great.
His sister is going to Bucknell as well.
15-yard gain for Ventrone. 1st and 10 on the 43, and Jones is going to keep it this time. Breaks a tackle, 1st down. He's got room. Oh, one man to beat, and he trips him up. But a great gain by Evan Jones inside the 10-yard line. Finally brought down by Slomers, but it'll be inside the 10 for 1st and goal.
Well, there you're seeing Evan Jones' versatility and toughness. At the 40-yard line, the Butler defender tried to tackle Evan high. You're not going to be able to tackle Evan around the shoulder pads. He got his shoulders squared, started going downfield, and both a power runner and an elusive runner, Evan Jones. Seen him do that a lot these past 2 seasons. He's doing everything right now out of that quarterback position.
33-yard gain, 1st and goal. Handoff. It's going to go to Rolfson. He's going to grind for a few. It'll be a 2nd and goal for Mount Lebanon. Julian Jones on the stop for Butler.
That's a very veteran offensive line up front too, Denny. You've got Max Baker in there. You've got Ethan Tabak in there, another senior. I already mentioned Tommy Peters and J.B. Nelson. The wild card in that group is a sophomore, Cooper Austin, number 78, who's done a fantastic job on both sides of the ball already.
Ventrone, who got a breather, is back in there. Sam Rolfson's the up back. Jones. He'll hand to Ventrone. Big hole. He's going to take it around the left side for the 2nd Mount Lebanon touchdown.
Wow, again, the big left tackle, Tommy Peters blocking down. Kick out by Sam Rolfson. All you saw was green carpet in the end zone for Mason Ventrone, who's off to an incredible start this season. That's Mason's 4th touchdown, 2nd of the game. Nice job by the Blue Devils.
Sorsdale on for the point after. Casey, last year as a sophomore, hit 10 field goals, which led to WPIAL. And it's a squibber, but it makes it through. So with 6:11 remaining, 1st quarter, Mount Lebanon 14, Butler nothing.
Wow, right now, Denny, this Mount Lebanon offense looks dominant, almost impossible to stop. Evan Jones doing a great job leading the team. Contributions from Rolfson, from Evan Jones. Great job by the O-line as well.
Very similar drive to the first one. The numbers are almost identical. 4 plays, 46 yards in a minute 34. Excuse me, it was a 58-yard drive. 4 plays, 58 yards in a minute 34.
Well, Denny, we've seen the seniors on center stage right now through midway through this first quarter. A lot of plays by the various senior leaders on this team. Exactly what I would have expected from this team heading into this 2019 season. Great to see them contributing.
Buddha lining up to kick it off again. Brian, love the new shiny gold horns on our helmets this year. What do you think?
That's right, another break from tradition.
Yep.
It's not the traditional yellow that we've seen on the helmets, but rather, you're right, a shiny gold. I like it as well.
Davidic back deep. And Buddha's going to call the kickoff team back into the huddle. Coach Pelko called a couple guys, including Buddha, back to the sideline and just waved them back onto the field. So not quite sure what that was all about, but going to line it up to kick it off again. Buddha. First two kicks, one to the 12, one to the 7. This one he's going to take a one-step approach, pooch one, and it's going to be fair caught at the 31-yard line by number 23, Julian Jones.
Boy, good to see number 16, Everett Lefevre, the senior, just absolutely blasted a Butler player on that kick return. That's, again, the physicality you'd expect from a very deep senior class, many of whom are contributing on special teams. Nice job right there by the Blue Devil special teams.
5:57 remaining in the first, 14-0 Mount Lebanon. Butler, 1st and 10, ball on their own 32-yard line. Davidic in motion, he'll take the handoff. He's going to go nowhere as he's going to get caught up in the backfield.
Yeah, it was nice to see number 42, Ryan Martin there. He helped hold the edge as they were trying to break that, looked like to the 4 or the 6 gap. And Coach Niabala likes to walk those linebackers up to the line of scrimmage. So there, while it looks like a down 3-man front, the linebackers the outside linebackers are actually up on the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 12 after a loss of 2. They're going to spread 4 wide. Baxter.
Blitz.
He's going to throw to the right side, complete. Quick hitter. Out of bounds.
Yeah, and that time they blitzed Evan Jones, the outside linebacker, did a little stunt inside J.B. Nelson. Nice job by the Butler offensive line picking up the blitz, giving their quarterback sufficient time to get a short gainer out to the right sideline.
Senior Fidosco on the catch for Butler. 3rd down and 7. Once again, spread with 4 wide, 1 running back.
Blitz again.
Thrown badly behind number 19, Zach Slomers on the play, but there was pressure coming from Mount Lebanon, and he had to get rid of it.
Yeah, that was the senior middle linebacker, Sam Rolfson, who blasted right through there untouched, got right in the quarterback's face, making it almost impossible for him to get that pass off. Nice job by Sam Rolfson. Great call by defensive coordinator Coach Kim.
Emerson Dalfit on to punt for Butler. Sam Lesota back deep for Mount Lebanon.
Boy, and we've already seen Sam Lesota in 2 games show his versatility both on offense and special teams. Sam blocked a punt last week against Canada Mac. Plenty of room to return this.
Nice punt, but he'll take it from his own 27. He's going to cross midfield. Nice return by Lesota. Give him 25 yards on that return, make it 26 as he takes it to the Butler 47-yard line, where Lebo will take over 1st and 10. Colin Look on the stop for Butler.
You're right, Denny. That was a great return by Sam Lesota. That was made possible by a key kick-out block there by number 28, the senior Jack Castoro, who's both a wide receiver and a D-back, really contributing on these special teams. Excellent block to spring Sam up the opposite sideline.
41-yard punt, so a nice punt, but he negated the field of play turnover. And Joey Daniels now in at quarterback. Complete pass to left side, a quick hitter. Trying to spot a receiver, and it's 23 Joey King on the catch.
Yeah, that's the senior Joe King. Big target. Reminds me a little bit of number 25, Timmy Walters from last year. Joe King also played on the Whitfield Championship basketball team. I expect him to be a contributor on that team again this year. Nice pass by the sophomore, Joe Daniels.
Ball to the 41, second down 4. Daniels going to hand it off. That's Drew Vaughn. He has some speed. Takes it around the left side for first down yardage and more, all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Boy, nice job by the left side of that offensive line. That's Cooper Austin, number 78 at left guard, and that's left tackle. We've already mentioned quite a bit already. Tommy Peters just sealing it off. Excellent run.
He'll take it down to the 20. It's right on the 21st and 10, Mount Lebanon. Drew Vaughn in at tailback now for Ventrone. Both very effective, both very good athletes, very fast runners.
And I tell you what, Joey Daniels, the sophomore, not playing like a sophomore, already has 5 touchdown passes this season, which is probably top 3 in the Whitfield.
He's going to complete one to the left side there. It looks like Eli Heidenreich.
That's another sophomore, Eli Heidenreich, incredible athlete. Starts at defensive back for the Blue Devils as well. Also a great baseball player.
Going with a 4 wide set now. We have Brody Campbell in the game wide to the right. Lesota in the slot along with Heidenreich. Split to the left is King. Complete pass. There's Heidenreich. Down inside the 5. Stopped just shy of the goal line. Eli Heidenreich, the sophomore, with 2 consecutive catches. Brought down by Slomers inside the 5.
Yeah, you look at there's Joey Daniels' footwork and hips on display right there as he rolled out perfectly to find Eli Heidenreich wide open in the flat. Eli turns his shoulders upfield, puts it down, and barrels ahead for the first down. Nice job, Eli.
First and goal at the 3. Handoff up the middle, and Vaughn's going to take it in untouched for the Mount Lebanon touchdown.
Wow, that give Ethan Tabak, the center, number 52, a lot of credit there. Blows open a big hole right through the gut of Butler. That's 20-0 already. Blue Devils are passing, running, really doing whatever they want at will against these Golden Tornadoes.
Sorsdale on once again for the point after. And I'm assuming his grandparents are watching as they are regular viewers of our webcast here. So hello, Sorsdale's down in Texas. Casey's kick is up and good.
Boy, bangs another one through there.
3:53 remaining here in the first quarter, and it's already Mount Lebanon 21, Butler nothing.
Wow. And go ahead, I'm sorry, Denny.
Mount Lebanon scoring drive, 5 plays, 47 yards, 1:03. So all 3 scoring drives, we have 1:47, 1:34, and 1:03.
Wow, very impressive offensive drives by Coach Mons, the offensive coordinator, and these Blue Devils executing in the running and the passing game. And look, for this Blue Devil football team, we've talked a lot about the seniors, but the future is now also with sophomores contributing mightily to this team. That was the sophomore Joey Daniels in the quarterback marching and leading this Blue Devil team down. Eli Heidenreich with 2 big plays in that series as well. It was also nice to see senior Joe King, number 23, catch his first pass of the season to the outside. He's been contributing a lot. Had a couple big blocks last week, including a block along the sideline that sprung Sam Lesota for a touchdown against Canamac last week.
Same return men for Butler, Davidic and Fedosco. And Buddha's going to kick it off again. Let's see if he'll drive one like the first 2 or if he's going to pooch a little short one as he did on the last kickoff.
Well, we've certainly seen a lot of the Mount Lebanon kicking team already.
Buddha's approach. He's going to kick deep this time. Going to be taken at the 11 by Davidic. Breaks a tackle or 2. Flags coming in from deep in the secondary as he's going to be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Danny, I'd expect that to be a holding penalty on the Golden Tornadoes based on where that flag was thrown. Nice job by the Blue Devil coverage team getting downfield quickly.
Andrew DeCaro helping on the tackle there, and he's the 3rd DeCaro to come through the program. Donald DeCaro is at Carnegie Mellon, and Lucas DeCaro, who graduated last year, up at Case Western Reserve. And Butler is going to be walking back.
That's right, Denny, and I need to get out some shout-outs because you said DeCaro, Lucas DeCaro is up at Case Western University. He's getting ready to take on Rochester at Rochester tomorrow at 7 p.m. That's the Spartans of Case Western Reserve.
First and 10 Butler, their own 13. Baxter hands it off. Going to be tough sledding in there. He may get a yard or two.
Denny, as this Blue Devil team gets more and more comfortable with the systems that are being introduced and run, I do not see a lot of teams running between the tackles against this Blue Devil team. A lot of size and physicality up front on that three-man line for the Blue Devils.
Second down, 9. Baxter's going to keep it up the middle himself. Not much running room there as a host of Blue Devils meet him right at the line of scrimmage, led by Evan Jones.
Yeah, that time Denny Evan Jones blitzed through the C gap, came through untouched.
Number 7,
Play by Sam Olsen. He's been all night. There you got to see his speed as the quarterback tried to break out of the huddle. And I'll tell you what, we've talked about a couple sophomores already. That was number 5, Alex Teska, who looked like he was shot out of a cannon on that play. Sophomore came in, almost made a play in the backfield there.
They're actually all the way back to the 5-yard line.
I'm calling it right now. I would not be surprised if Sam Lesotho takes this all the way back for a touchdown.
Dolphins punt. Going to be picked up by Lesotho at the Butler 41-yard line. He has room around the left side. Inside the 20. Inside the 10. Finally dragged down inside the 10-yard line, but what a return by Sam Lesotho.
You know, and that's one of the challenges when you punt out of your own end zone. They had to max protect there. It looked like Butler's team was slow getting out to cover that punt. No one had really covered the right sideline. Sam let that ball bounce twice, picked it up, and then was almost off to the races. He made a nice cut around the 20, turned it back inside, and almost took it to pay dirt.
33-yard return. It'll be first and goal at the 7-yard line.
Boy, Sam Lesotho, a true weapon for these Blue Devils. Caught over 30 balls last year in Mike Melnick's offense. And again, kind of picking up where he left off last season, contributing all over the field for these Blue Devils.
Evan Jones back in a quarterback. Ventrone and Rolfson, and there's movement. Unless Mount Lebanon drew them, I think we have offsides on Butler. Let's see.
Yeah, I did not see anyone move from the Blue Devil side. I think that is going to be on Butler as they mark it off towards the north end zone.
Half the distance. Ball's just inside the 4, almost at the 3-yard line.
Blue Devils have literally been unstoppable on their first 3 drives, taking it to the house on each of the opening drives for the Blue Devils. Drive number 4 has them at the 3-yard line.
I don't even think we've had a third down. Easily waltzing into the end zone, number 6, Sam Rolfson. And yeah, I hate to say it, but the route is on. We aren't even out of the first quarter.
Right, that time Blue Devils went over the right side of the offensive line. Again, a lot of veteran leadership on that side. J.B. Nelson, number 77, and Max Baker at right guard, ripping and collapsing down that line, keeping a huge hole for Sam Rolfson to go into the end zone untouched. Blue Devils 27, Butler nothing, extra point pending.
Sorsdale's 4th attempt of the night. Drills it down the middle. 1:14 remaining, first quarter. Mount Lebanon 28, Butler nothing.
Nice job by the senior, Jack Sullivan, holding, got the high snap down. Casey Sorsdale looks to be in midseason form already, banging through 4 extra points in the first quarter.
Scoring drive, a simple one play, 7 yards, took 21 seconds. Tomorrow, the JV will actually be at home tomorrow against McKeesport. Originally, was supposed to be at Butler, but schedule changed that they will be here at 9:30 a.m. against McKeesport. Next Friday, we'll be home again, the Varsity, as we take on Seneca Valley here at Mount Lebanon Stadium. And that game is also being televised on Channel 22, The Point. But we'd love to have you back here with us instead of watching them.
That's right, Denny. While we've still got a lot of time to play in this game, with Mount Lebanon leading 28-0, we already want to start turning our attention to that big Seneca Valley game next week. A huge game for these Blue Devils as they try to assert themselves in the Quad County Conference in 6A. Boy, what a fun night. Beautiful evening right now in southwestern Pennsylvania, Mount Lebanon Stadium, as we honor the community this evening. And what better way to honor them by racing out to a 28-0 lead with 1:14 left in the first quarter.
Buddha on to kickoff for the fourth time. Or no, make it the fifth time. A liner that's caught her on the 30-yard line. Trying to get the number of the return man for Butler here. Very difficult with the gold numbers on the white jerseys to pick up the Butler numbers tonight.
Denny, there we had Andrew DeCaro, number 20, in the middle of that again. Special team stalwart for the Blue Devils already this season, getting in on a tackle.
It was Slezak for the Tornadoes on the return. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Well, we've got a couple sophomores now working their way into the rotation, the D-line. That's Cooper Austin, number 78 at right defensive end, and that's big William Harvey, number 74 on the nose. We've certainly spoken a lot over the years about the Harvey brothers in Mount Lebanon football, kind of synonymous with physical, dominant play. So many Harveys have come through here. All of those kids have done so incredibly well, both the girls and the boys in their various endeavors.
I want to say there's a span of about 20 years of Harveys. I mean, it's unbelievable. And a couple have gone on to very good careers in the Ivy League.
That's correct. The oldest Harvey boy was on the 2000 Whitfield Championship team, led by head coach Chris Herring, who's, of course, now the special teams coach at Wisconsin. Hard to believe. Denny, I've got to get a few other shout-outs. I mentioned Lucas DeCaro. We've got Michael Palmer listening at John Carroll University as they get ready to play the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point at home tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Good luck to the Blue Streaks. And, of course, Michael Freilino, a.k.a. Boom. He's at Denison tuning in. The Big Red are getting ready to take on Ohio Northern at home at 7 p.m. I imagine Boom, Michael Palmer, Lucas DeCaro, they're where they're normally at on Fridays, probably in a library studying right now.
1st and 10 Butler on their own 41-yard line. Baxter's going to spread everybody out. 5 wide. And here comes the house. Mount Lebanon really put pressure on that time. He had to get rid of it quickly, incomplete down the right sideline. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, one of the early observations I'd note for these Blue Devil defense is the amount of pressure they're getting on the signal caller for the Golden Tornadoes. Very little time back there for them to set up anything offensively in the passing game. Nice job.
That was Cranebucker, the receiver that was intended for on that play. 2nd down and 10 from the 41-yard line.
These Golden Tornadoes just struggling to get a first down. Again, Coach Niabala brings the house.
Front line of Butler just having a heck of a time blocking Mount Lebanon right now.
Yeah, Denny, I mean, Mount Lebanon, a couple things. They look very physical at the point of attack. They're also showing a lot of speed. There's just no space on the edge, and the interior linemen are really firing across the line, making it tough to create any space.
Another sophomore stepping up that time. We had Alex Tessa on the tackle, shoving Baxter out of bounds. 3rd and 7.
Blitz again.
Oh, nice pass. It was a slant pattern intended for Slomers, but incomplete. Bounce off his chest. Brody Campbell was on the coverage for Mount Lebanon.
Yeah,
and it'll bring up a 4th down.
That's number 2, Brody Campbell. We saw him make a lot of contributions last year as a starting cornerback for the Blue Devils. Again, in the right spot to break up that pass. In a familiar position for the Golden Tornadoes this first quarter. They're back to punting again.
I don't know. Actually,
I'm sorry.
Quarterback Baxter's still in, and they are going for it. Same route, complete this time, but he's going to be held about a yard shy of the first down. Had to get to the Mount Lebanon 49. Didn't quite get there. And the ball's going to go over on downs to Mount Lebanon at midfield.
You know what? Give Butler some credit. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. You're down 28-0, close to midfield. Yeah, why not go for it? I like the call by the Golden Tornadoes, but again, Coach Kim Niabala's defense would not give an inch. Another turnover on downs. Blue Devils will take over at the 50-yard line.
I'd like to thank the rest of our crew here. We have Jack Kozora spotting for us here tonight, and our new statistician, Carl Satira, doing a heck of a job here, filling in for Mark Auctionwriter, who has retired from our staff this year. However, he is here at the game and still providing information, as he just texted me that dating back to last week, Mount Lebanon now has 49 points in the last 2 quarters.
Wow, that is incredible, Denny.
Thanks, Mark.
High-octane offense.
From midfield, Jones fakes the handoff. He's going to look deep. Lesota, but was overthrown. Had a step or two on his man, but well overthrown on the play.
Yeah, right at about the 35-yard line, he got tangled up with the D-back and could not get out of his break fast enough to chase that ball down. That's one of the few plays tonight on first down where we haven't gained positive yardage. In fact, it might be the first play on first down we haven't gained positive yardage. 41 seconds left in this first quarter, and Blue Devils are in command at home, 28-0.
We've got Lesota split to the left, Joe King to the right, Rolfson in the backfield along with Ventrone. Handoff goes to Ventrone, big hole, but it plugs quickly. He'll still get about 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, Mason hit heavily at the 50, carries the defender 2 extra yards. Again, you see Mason turn, get those shoulders squared upfield, using his physicality to carry a couple Butler defenders.
And we're down to 15 seconds remaining in the quarter. Less time that's on the play clock, but it looks like we are going to try to get another play off here before the end of the quarter.
Big number 23, senior Joey King, split out to our closest sideline here.
Actually, they are going to let the clock run out here. And that'll be it for the end of the first quarter. The score, Mount Lebanon 28, Butler nothing.
And again, if we go to Coach Palco's keys to the game, create turnovers, we've done that. No turnovers, we've done that. Tackle well, we've done that. Coach Palco has to be happy with this first quarter of play. A great primer for next week's game against Seneca Valley, Denny.
Almost a perfect quarter for Mount Lebanon. Now, Brian, if you want to tell us a little bit about the tribute to Mr. McFeely here tonight. As you look around the stadium, you can see everybody dressed in green tonight. These green T-shirts were handed out, and they say McFeely Strong on the front. But, Brian, tell us a little bit about the story.
Yeah, sure. So, Brian McFeely, for those who know Mount Lebanon School District, is the longtime principal at Mount Lebanon High School, previously an educator within the district. Recently this summer, Mr. McFeely was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and he has started treatment regimens already. His wife, Carrie, works in the district as well. Both beloved teachers, neighbors, community members, and massive contributors to what really makes Mount Lebanon special. Mr. McFeely, an extraordinary administrator and leader of the school district. And right now you've got the band in the student section giving him a rousing applause.
And I'll tell you something that was very impressive to me, Brian, is that as you notice, everybody in the green shirts in honor of Mr. McFeely, these aren't only the Mount Lebanon fans. The Butler fans have them as well. The Butler student section completely decked out in green. And when the Butler team and cheerleaders got here today, they got off the bus wearing the green T-shirts. Really cool.
Incredible class act by Butler in this program. So impressed by them and what they did. Their team just turned to clap off Mr. McFeely as well. Really a special evening tonight. And this football team is honoring Mr. McFeely with an incredible effort in this first quarter.
Joey Daniels back in at quarterback, third down. He's going to throw deep down the right side. Has a man. Oh, incomplete, but we had two receivers right in the same area. Initially, it looked like Joe King was the intended receiver, but it looked like Lesota actually came closer to catching it at the end.
Yeah, you look at Joey Daniels, a sophomore. He drops back there. Very good at getting himself set, getting those feet and hips set. Threw a nice deep ball there. Almost completed.
Going to bring up 4th and 7. Ball on the Butler 47, and it appears Mount Lebanon is going to go for it. Going to go with a 3-wide set with King and Lesotho to the right, Campbell to the left, one running back in Rolfson. Daniels
Watch Evan Jones, the tight end.
across the middle. Oh, off the hands of Evan Jones and intercepted by Butler's Shane Wentling.
That looked like a set play from the very beginning, that they wanted to get the ball to Evan Jones, who lined up at tight end on the left side. He came off untouched, ran a drag, just could not make the completion. Evan got his hands on it, but ball tipped and intercepted by Butler. That's the first turnover this evening for the Blue Devils, and the Golden Tornadoes take it over at their own 45-yard line, trailing 28-0 with 11:48 left in this second quarter.
And I apologize to any Butler fans that are viewing out there. That was Colin Look, number 1, Colin Look on the interception. So Butler takes over now on their own 45, 1st and 10, 11:48 remaining in the first half. Baxter throws, incomplete, through to the right side, intended for Slomers.
Excellent coverage there by the senior captain, number 11, Eddie Cubitt, step for step with the Butler wide receiver. Eddie defended the ball very effectively there. Eddie's season off to a great start as well.
2nd and 10. Orlowski in the backfield with Baxter. They're going to deploy a wide receiver to the right, 2 slots to the right, and a wide out to the left. Baxter's throw to the right side, incomplete. Intended for, that was Fidosco. Evan Jones on the coverage for Mount Lebanon.
Yeah, you just see Evan all over the field, right? He's an outside linebacker, he's in coverage, he's blitzing, he's throwing balls, he's running, he's catching.
Does it all. 3rd and 10. Butler still from their 45-yard line. They're going to go with the same formation as last play. 3 wide to the right, 1 wide left. Orlowski in the backfield along with Baxter. He's going to keep to the right side just for a short gainer on the play. Looks like coming up to make the play for Mount Lebanon was James J.B. Nelson.
Yeah, there you saw JB extend his arms, fend off the blocker, started to go outside, shifted his hips, came back down inside and made the tackle. Again, that's the type of play you expect to see almost every down from JB Nelson, number 77, the senior.
4th and 8, and it's going to be timeout Butler. And I'm going to throw a little shout out to a couple other former Blue Devils. 3 on the same team out in Wooster, Ohio, as Wooster will be taking on Bluffton tomorrow in their first game. But former defensive back Bo Greenwood and linebacker Eric Kraus, along with Benny Greenwood, who played last year as a freshman. So good luck to all 3 Lebo Blue Devils who are playing for Wooster.
Wow, yeah, good luck, Lebo Blue Devils. A couple other Blue Devils we want to give a shout out to. We've got Tommy McLean, the inside linebacker last year, had an incredible season, was kind of a sack master at inside number 31. Tommy's watching the game at Slippery Rock with Corey Koval, who's also a Mount Lebanon graduate. So, Corey, Tommy, thanks for tuning in. Good luck to Slippery Rock. Study hard.
Appreciate all of you viewing out there. And I'll tell you what, if you want to get a shout out, I'm going to give you a number. I'm going to give you a second here to get something to write with. But if you text this number telling us you're watching the game, I'll go ahead and give you a shout out next time out. Text us at 412-720-1358, and we'll get your name on the air. How's that?
We've got Eli Heidenreich locked up with number 5 in very close, tight coverage here to the Butler sideline.
Quick hitter Baxter, intended for Davidic, just bounces low, incomplete, and the ball is going to go over on downs to Mount Lebanon.
Yeah, nice job again by the Blue Devil defense. Just not a lot of space to make plays for these Butler Golden Tornadoes the way the Blue Devils are covering the field, and that aggressive style of play ushered in by new defensive coordinator Kim Needbala. Blue Devils come back out on offense. It's the sophomore, number 3, Joey Daniels, who will be under center for the Blue Devils, as we start the second drive of the second quarter for the Blue Devils.
Ball on the Butler 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Daniels in a quarterback. And starting quarterback, Evan Jones, now at tight end on the left side here. Flags before the snap.
That might be a delay of game, Denny. I'm not certain we got the playoff in time.
Going to walk it back 5 yards. It's going to be 1st and 15.
Again, we've still got all 5 original starting linemen in. That's J.B. Nelson, Max Baker, Big E, Ethan Tabak at center, Cooper Austin, and Tommy Peters at left tackle.
Ball on our own 47 now, 1st and 15. Handoff Ventrone, big hole, breaks around the right side. He may go. Mason Ventrone turns on the Jets, and he will go all the way 53 yards for a Mount Lebanon touchdown. Wow.
Wow, that is some great blocking up front, but really, once Mason got to the right hash, that was Mason Ventrone's speed on full display for the Whippeal right there. That's his 3rd touchdown. It's also the 3rd touchdown he's had this season. It's been 50 yards or longer. 3rd touchdown tonight. Unbelievable start to the season for the senior, former all-conference cornerback Mason Ventrone. Nice job, Mace.
6 carries for 89 yards now for Ventrone. Sorsdale remains perfect on his 5th try of the night. 10:54 still remaining in the first half, and I think we're going to go to a mercy rule clock here as it's 35-0.
Wow, it's been a while since I've looked into the mercy rule. Yeah, very good call, Denny. Hey, one thing I just want to call out on that special team. So we talked about Jack Sullivan handling the snaps on extra points, doing a great job getting the ball down. But that's Ethan Tabak for the first time long snapping this season, doing a great job this season getting that ball back to Sullivan and converting for Casey Sorsdale on those extra points. Nice job by the special teams unit of Mount Lebanon.
Taking over the long snapping duties from our star long snapper last year, Timmy Walters, who is now at Franklin and Marshall, and they have their first game tomorrow. Who do they play again?
The Diplomats are playing Lebanon Valley at Lebanon Valley, which is northeast of Harrisburg for anyone who happens to be in the area.
All right, love it. A lot of our ex-Blue Devils playing at the next level. I don't know if you know, Jack Young, who's a redshirt sophomore at Michigan now, is actually going to get some playing time. He had a touchdown in the spring game this year.
Yeah, incredible athlete, Jack Young, and we saw him light up some teams in the Mike Melnick offense for the Blue Devils. Whether it was Eddie Jenkins throwing to him or James Stocker throwing to him, he was a heck of a receiver for the Blue Devils.
Buddha looks like he's going to go for that short one-step approach kick. And Butler's whole team is bunched up, and the deep men are at the 15-yard line, so they're expecting a pooch, and it sure is. And they're calling for a fair catch, but it falls. Still rolling. Oh, he's going to be met inside the 15-yard line. That was Julian Jones, and a swarm of Blue Devils tracking him down inside the 15-yard line. So not what the pooch kick was expected to do, but it worked even better.
It did, Denny, because it got over the head of the second row, and he tried to field the ball. Very difficult play to make in that circumstances with the Blue Devil coverage team hounding him relentlessly.
10:44 remaining first half. Butler, 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Baxter, the sophomore quarterback, having a rough night of it, but he is being chased and running for his life because they cannot seem to block the Mount Lebanon front.
Denny, I think that's something we're going to say a lot this season about having a tough time blocking that big Mount Lebanon physical front.
Reverse on the play. That's Fedosco.
Number 15, Sam Lasota, read that play perfectly, stayed at home at cornerback, waited for the runner to come, stepped forward, dropped his shoulder, got his shoulder into the tackle and wrapped up. Nice job by the senior, Sam Lasota.
Fedosco will lose a yard on the reverse, and it'll be 2nd down and 11 now. Fedosco was in a battle for the starting quarterback job in camp, but it was the sophomore Baxter that got the job. But they were still using Fedosco at receiver. Motion on the play. 3 wide right, 1 wide left. Baxter rolls right, throws right, incomplete. Intended for, oh yeah, that was, no. Good.
Yeah, great coverage there by the
Davidic.
sophomore, number 8, Eli Heidenreich. Also the sophomore, Alex Teska, number 5. Great job also by the senior, Jack Sullivan, number 24, although Jack looks like he's limping right now. Hopefully nothing's wrong with him. Nice job in coverage by this Blue Devil defensive backfield.
3rd and 11. Ball at the 14-yard line. 4 wide. Single setback is Orlowski. Baxter under center. Hands off to Orlowski, and he is met. Looks like big number 76, Sam Sloan, led the way, but flags at the end of the play.
Yeah, again, that's the senior Sam Sloan, all 300-plus pounds of him, clogging the middle for the Blue Devils. Just simply nowhere to run for the Butler Golden Tornadoes.
Let's see what these flags were. 2 were thrown simultaneously at the end of the play. Personal foul, Mount Lebanon. Didn't see who or what, but they're going to mark off 15 yards here for Butler.
Denny, my sense is the way Coach Palco greeted Sam Sloan at about the hash coming off the field, that Sam might have had something to do with that.
I did not see that.
I'm just speculating, but yeah, it looked like Coach had something to say to Sam there.
So Butler will get a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coach Bruce Frank, the secondary coach for the Blue Devils, doing a nice job having the Mount Lebanon defenders in excellent position so far.
Baxter keeps. Eddie Kubit's going to come up and make the stop right at the line of scrimmage. He may even lose a yard on the play.
Yeah, great form tackle by Eddie Kubit. He dipped the hips, dropped the butt, rolled his hips back up into the tackle, drove the ball carrier back for no gain. Nice job, number 11, senior Eddie Kubit.
2nd down 10. 9 minutes now remaining in the half. Mount Lebanon a comfortable 35-0 lead here.
Now they're starting to rotate defensive linemen in. Number 52, starting center Ethan Tabak, is now in at left end. We've still got Will Harvey over the nose.
Baxter's going to keep up the middle, and he's going to be met with about a 2-yard gain. Coming up to make the play, Sam Rolfson. It'll bring up a 3rd down.
And I'll tell you what, Sam Rolfson having a great game, and they don't get much smarter or nicer than Sam Rolfson as well. Outstanding student, outstanding contributor in the community, outstanding leader for this Blue Devil team. I expect to be talking about Sam Rolfson making plays all over the field quite a bit this season for the 2019 edition of the Blue Devil defense.
His older brother, Jake Rolfson, was a heck of a running back for us about 3 or 4 years ago. He's at the Indiana University in Bloomington now. I think he's a senior. Baxter's going to roll left. Throws, oh! Cutting right in front was Jack Sullivan. Almost had the interception, but a great play that'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, is that Jack Sullivan or Troy Polamalu right now this season? He's all over the place.
Interception, first play of the game, and almost a second one there.
His interception last week, he literally just picked it almost right off the carpet. Incredible athletic play, and then had the wherewithal to turn upfield and return it for a touchdown.
4th and 8, and I guess you can't blame them. They got to go for it at this point. What else are you going to do? Orlowski in the backfield with Baxter, and he moved, and they didn't make a call. Definitely should have been a false start on 44 Orlowski, but we'll see. And that is indeed the call. Little delay on the call, but they made the call.
You know, Denny, the last couple seasons watching Butler play, to me it's a bit surprising. This was a storied football program. Long-time coach Art Bernardi. I mean, Butler was not a team or a program you ever really wanted to play. They've fallen upon hard times. It's just a bit surprising given how big that school district is and how they do in some other sports as well. You know, particularly very strong in baseball.
Baxter's going to punt this time. Lesotho deep. He's going to take it to his own 35-yard line. Cut toward the middle of the field. Nice little run. He's going to get about 6 yards on the return, where he's going to be brought down by Ethan Babay. And we have a couple shout-outs to give here, Brian, since we gave out our text. We're getting some responses here. I'd like to say hello to Adele and Alexandra. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for touching base with us. We have Aunt Megan and Cousin Stellan. They're listening in Ohio, and they're related to the King Boys. We also have Bob Smith, a member of the 83 team, and he's watching from Virginia Beach after just retiring from 30 years in the Navy, and he's giving us a shout-out to his nephew, sophomore Jack Smith.
But hang on, whoa. We just
7:44 remaining in half, first and 10,
now.
Mount Lebanon at the 40-yard line. Daniels throws, complete. Evan Jones, he's going to break a tackle across the 40-yard line. Nice gainer. Evan Jones, big, strong quarterback / receiver on that one. And they're going to move the chains as Mount Lebanon another first down, this time at the 37-yard line of Butler.
Yeah, and good to see Joey Daniels taking a leadership role here. You hear him barking out, get to the line of scrimmage, getting him set. That's what you want to see out of that sophomore signal caller, starting to feel more and more comfortable back there.
22 yards on the gain. Handoff. That's going to be Drew Vaughn. Breaks a couple tackles. Nice spin move to the left side. Going down the sideline. Breaks another tackler all the way down to the 1-yard line. Drew Vaughn, what a run.
Wow, incredible run by Drew Vaughn. He went left, he went right. He did 3 or 4 pirouettes all the way down to the Butler 1-yard line. Here it goes. Mount Lebanon already up to the line of scrimmage, not wasting any time. Sophomore signal caller Joey Daniels getting the play in from the sideline.
36 yards on the gain by Vaughn. First and goal at the 1. It'll be Vaughn again. They should treat him with a handoff to finish the job as Mount Lebanon goes in for their 6th touchdown of the night.
And there was senior Evan Jones, the tight end, leading a key block for Shandrew Vaughn as he dives across the 1-yard line for a touchdown. Boy, an incredible offensive display. You're starting to see, Denny, why many people thought this Mount Lebanon offense could be dangerous with the amount of varied weapons that they have.
Sorsdale, who's been perfect on the night, on for his 6th point after attempt. Good snap, good hold. Drills it once again. 6 minutes, 56 seconds remain in the first half. Mount Lebanon, 42. Butler, nothing.
Wow, an incredible display of Mount Lebanon's offensive arsenal right here at home. Whether it's Mason Ventrone, the senior, Drew Vaughn, the senior, Evan Jones, the senior, Sam Lasota, the senior, all sorts of different players contributing to this rout in the first half of the Golden Tornadoes.
Hey, we got a shout out here for Doug McCauley watching on the porch on Parkway Drive.
Doug's a neighbor of mine, did a great job with his front porch on Parkway Drive. So we were talking about Butler's football tradition.
Yes,
And
I'll
Denny,
tell you, when I played from on tour, my senior year, we played Butler. Long story short, we finished in 3rd place that year, and in those days, there were ties. They didn't have overtime, and Newcastle and Butler both tied for our conference at 8-0-1 each.
Wow.
And Montour went 7-2. We only
Wow.
lost to those 2 teams. But Butler then went on to tie for the WPIAL championship game. They didn't even have tiebreakers in the championship game, if you can believe that.
Well, Newcastle also was a longtime power at that point in time in Whitfield football as well. Butler, of course, Terry Hanratty, University of Notre Dame and Steelers backup quarterback, was a graduate of Butler.
Buddha's kick, Squibber, it's going to be fallen on by Butler on their own 39-yard line. Kind of a ground ball up the middle kick, but Butler will take over 1st and 10 at their 39-yard line. Orlowski falling on the ball for Butler.
And while the rout is on in this half for the Blue Devils against Butler, let's not forget that Mount Lebanon's basketball team tangled with Butler twice last year, once in the regular season and once in the 6A Whitfield Championship game at the Peterson Event Center. That's right, it was Coach David's Blue Devils from 2019 beating Butler Ethan Morden in the Whitfield Championship game to bring home another 6A Whitfield Championship for Coach David.
Best run of the night so far for Butler. That was Isaiah Kelly on the carry. And coming up to make the stop for Mount Lebanon was Alex Texa.
Yeah, you're not going to find too many sophomores as tough as Alex Teska is. Been watching him play since he was a termite. Really one of the dominant younger players in this football program. Expect a lot of things from number 5 this season and far beyond.
Kelly still in a tailback. 2nd down and 2, gain of 8 on the play. It'll be Kelly again. Whoa!
Oh, geez.
What a hit! Alex Texa, the sophomore, comes up and levels him, and it's going to be a loss of a yard on the play.
Again, no surprise there. Like I said, tough as nails, Alex Teska. Perfect tackling for him. Read the play beautifully, came across and just smacked the Butler ball carrier.
Got a 3rd down and 3.
The Butler offense has not had many 3rd down and manageable plays this game. This is certainly one of them. If they're looking at 3rd and 3, they're in a traditional run formation here.
Butler 1 of 7 on 3rd downs tonight. Grinding run there by Isaiah Kelly. Going to be close to 1st down yardage. Eddie Kubit on the stop.
Nice job by number 11, the senior linebacker on the stop there. Mount Lebanon starting to work some other defenders in. We've got number 51, Colin Plesko, in on the defensive line. He's a 6'1", 230-pound junior for the Blue Devils.
That's Butler's 5th first down of the game. 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. It's going to be Kelly again. Bounces off one tackler. Nice run. Bounces off 2 or 3. Finally coming up to make the stop was Jack Casturo, the senior 6 foot, 170-pound safety.
And let's give the Golden Tornadoes some credit there. No quit in them in this series. They're fighting hard for extra yards, pounding it out, not pitching their tent yet, as 4:36 remains in this first quarter with the Blue Devils ahead 42-0.
Give them 6 on the carry. 2nd down, 4, ball in the Mount Lebanon 45-yard line. Kelly again. Bounces outside. Eddie Kubit coming up to make the stop. Eddie Kubit having a nice game today. Actually having a very nice early season. All 3 games he's been a contributor. Good tackler. 3rd and about a yard. Ball on the 40-yard line. Baxter's going to keep this time up the middle. He's going to grind for 1st down yardage. He'll move the pile, and he'll move the chains.
I think that's the first time tonight the Golden Tornadoes have had back-to-back 1st downs on the series.
I believe so.
With 3:49 remaining, they march into Blue Devil territory at the 39-yard line, facing a 1st and 10. Blue Devils continue to rotate different players in on defense. Jack Castero now in at D-back safety. We've got Ryan Martin in at linebacker.
Neff, the fullback. Kelly, the tailback. And he'll give to Neff. Fight for some tough yards. Lefevre coming up to make the play.
Yeah, that's the senior Everett Lefevre in excellent position right there. Read it perfectly. Dropped his hips, rolled up. Nice tackle. No gain. Everett Lefevre's older brother, Shane, was a standout football player for the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils and went on to have a nice football career at the University of Dayton.
He just graduated back in May, so shout out to Shane Lefevre. Baxter, his running back runs into him, collision in the backfield, a mix-up there.
Pressure brought by number 42, junior Ryan Martin. Nice job on the blitz there. Blue Devils continue to bring pressure from all angles, both inside and outside, blitzing their inside linebackers and outside linebackers.
Brings up 3rd and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line. 2 wide right, 1 wide left. I formation in the backfield. Baxter, he'll hand to Kelly. Kelly's going to get met. And it looks like Kubit along with Sullivan. No, not Sullivan. Looks like DeCaro was in on the play as well. Andrew DeCaro now in the game.
Eddie Kubit came into this game as the Blue Devils tied for leading tackler with Eli Heidenreich, and boy, Eddie adding to his tackling stats, been in on a lot of plays between the hashes for these Blue Devils.
It's nice to see the younger guys stepping up and making plays.
Blue Devils continue to show that base 3-man front defense with 4 linebackers and 4 D-backs.
Baxter, quick, he's going to throw to the left side.
Turn.
Incomplete. Overthrowing Charlie Cranebucker on the play.
Nice coverage there by number 2, junior Brody Campbell. Now let's see, with 1:59 remaining, Blue Devils ahead 42-0. We'll see if Coach Palco and his staff start to work in some different people along the offensive line. So far, it's been that veteran Blue Devil offensive line who has played.
Mason Ventrone on the game.
And as they roll out,
6 carries for 89 yards. Drew Vaughn has 4 for 60 yards. Timeout, Butler.
so it looks like we've still got that first team offense in. Only difference from how we started is that Evan Jones, instead of a quarterback, is now a tight end. And Joey Daniels, number 3, is calling the signals for the Mount Lebanon offense.
It takes this time to get a few announcements in. We're looking forward to our annual Hall of Champions celebration. Make plans to join us for the event. It takes place on Saturday, September 28th, 7 p.m. at Cefalos down in Carnegie. For more information, go to our athletic website. Congratulations to our boys soccer team for getting a great section win last night over Peters Township, 3-0. Our boys are off to a great start after having a good opening weekend at the East-West Classic, and they'll be back at home again next Thursday. Congrats to the girls soccer team as well. They picked up a section win against Brashear on Wednesday. Come out and watch the girls as they take on Bethel at 2 and 3:30 at our stadium. Congratulations to the field hockey team for picking up a good win against Fox Chapel last night. Come out as the girls take on a team from New York here at the stadium at 12 o'clock tomorrow. Go Lebo!
Hey, also, let's give a special thanks to Taco Diablo, who are our sponsors for tonight's game. Taco Diablo's on Beverly in Mount Lebanon, some of the best Mexican food in all of South Hills.
Joey Daniels in a quarterback. He's going to look for the play call. Drew Vaughn in at running back with him. We got King split to the right along with Lesota. And timeout Mount Lebanon. How do you have a timeout coming out of a timeout?
Yeah, probably coach is not going to be too happy about that one. Maybe did not like what they saw from the Butler Golden Tornado defense. Wanted to get back together and reset. We mentioned Taco Diablo as a sponsor. Several Mount Lebanon families in ownership of Taco Diablo. That's Jeff Iovino, Christy, whose son Grayson plays on the freshman football team, Brian Kelly, and Matt Kramer, all helping make Taco Diablo possible on Beverly Avenue. I mentioned great Mexican food, also great tequila for anyone who happens to drink it.
Some team stats here. First downs, Mount Lebanon 11, Butler 6. How about rushing yards? Mount Lebanon with 186, Butler with 34.
And I think, again, that's going to be a hallmark of Coach Palco's teams. You're going to see the Blue Devils return to more of a run-oriented, run-first offense, I think, using the run to help set out the pass.
Daniels, he's going to throw
nice
deep
ball.
over the middle. Got him in! Lesota! He's going to break free! Take it all the way for a Mount Lebanon touchdown!
Wow, beautiful ball by Joey Daniels. He gets back into the pocket, sets up perfectly, throws it right between the hashes to Sam Lesota, who catches it right in stride. It's like they've been practicing that play for several months. Executed it perfectly. Nice job by Joey Daniels, the sophomore, number 3, to the senior, Sam Lesota. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
64-yard touchdown. And Sorsdale is on for the 7th time. And he puts it through for the 7th time. 1:46 remaining in the half. Mount Lebanon 49, Butler nothing. And I was wondering, I thought we'd have after 35 the mercy clock, but maybe that doesn't happen until the second half.
Yeah, Denny, I think that mercy rule does not apply until the second half of football games.
Okay. Yeah.
And in fact, I apologize. I actually don't know the mercy rule well. we're going to get this confirmed quickly here, but it might not run until the fourth quarter. I don't know.
We'll try to find that out for you. UPMC Sports Medicine has the expertise to help athletes of all levels get back in the game and performing their best. In fact, no other program treats as many student athletes. To learn more, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
So, Denny, we've got confirmation about the Mercy Roll from Coach Ryan Javaden, who confirmed that the Mercy Roll will come into play immediately starting the third quarter.
That's what I thought. Very good.
All right, so we've seen the Blue Devil kick coverage team probably more in this first half than we have in extended periods and lengths of last season. Up 49-0. Blue Devils are kicking off again, kicking from their north end zone into the south end zone of Mount Lebanon Stadium.
Buddha has had a variety of kickoffs tonight. We've seen him deep, we've seen pooches, we've seen ground ball squibs up the middle, but he's taking a long run up this time, so I'm thinking he's going to go deep, which he does. Nice kick inside the 5. He'll take it at the 1 yard line.
Wow, incredible kick by Buddha all the way into the end zone. And again, incredible coverage by that Mount Lebanon special teams. Several Blue Devils on the tackle. I think we had Joey King in there. We had Ryan Martin in there. We also had number 22, Visan in there as well.
First and 10, Butler with 1:38 remaining in the half at their own 11-yard line. Baxter in the backfield along with Isaiah Kelly. It'll be Kelly. Boy, DeCaro broke through nice in the beginning. He missed the tackle, but then coming up is big William Harvey to finish the job.
Yeah, Andrew DeCaro read the play perfectly, just could not quite finish it off, but did not matter because number 74, big William Harvey, who I believe's name we're going to be calling quite a bit this season, there to finish the play off for a short gain. It's
Gain of
second
2.
down and 8.
Yep. Ball on the 13-yard line.
Will Harvey's uncle is Jamie Silva, who was an All-American at Boston College, also went on to play pro football for the Indianapolis Colts.
Kelly takes it outside. Nice run, their best run of the night. Kelly out to almost the 30-yard line. And it's surprising that he didn't start the game at tailback because he's certainly been their most effective runner.
Yeah, absolutely. He's looked good in this second quarter. That was number 33, Matthew Wirtz, who's had a great season at the JV level already with a couple touchdowns and interceptions in on that tackle. A.J. Stetler, sophomore, in at safety. Jack Castero, the senior, also in at safety, spread out to the other side of the field.
First and 10 at the 30. Baxter will hand off. Kelly. DeCaro came in again and was hanging onto his ankle, and then the rest of the swarm of Blue Devils came to finish the job.
Yeah, the junior Andrew DeCaro had to take on a block. Andrew met the block in the backfield, did a great job of disengaging from the block, and again helped stop that play in the backfield for a small gain after initial contact.
3rd and 7, or make that 3rd and 8. The ball on the 32-yard line. But that'll be it for the first half as time expires. Our score, Mount Lebanon 49, Butler nothing. Folks, Brian and I are going to step aside here and let you first watch the Butler Marching Band, followed by the Mount Lebanon Marching Band. We'll be back with first half stats toward the end of the halftime. Welcome back. We have the second half coming up here shortly, but let's go over some first half statistics. Dominated by Mount Lebanon, needless to say. Although first downs, oddly enough, were close. Mount Lebanon with 11, Butler with 7, but I don't think Mount Lebanon, they had long touchdowns that they didn't have many first down opportunities. Rushing yards, Mount Lebanon 186, Butler 55. Average yards per carry, Lebo 13.3, Butler 2.4. Passing yards, unbelievable. Mount Lebanon with 137, Butler with 9. Total yards, 323 to 64, Mount Lebanon. Some individual stats, Joey Daniels, 4 of 6 passing for 104 yards. Evan Jones, 2 of 3 for 33. Cooper Baxter for Butler, 2 of 13 for only 9 yards. Rushing leaders, Mason Ventrone, 6 carries, 89 yards. And for Butler, Isaiah Kelly, 10 carries for 44 yards.
You know, Denny, you can talk a lot about the team speed or a lot of the splash plays, but for me, with this Blue Devils team in 2019, it's going to start with the physicality up front. And the Blue Devils, both their offensive and defensive lines, really asserted themselves. Oh, my goodness. Incredibly athletic play on the kickoff right here. Eli Heidenreich got the kickoff on a squib kick right from the front line. So athletic, turns and goes right upfield with it. Nice job by the sophomore, Eli Heidenreich. We'll be talking about him a lot throughout this season and his career over the next 3 years, that's for sure. Denny, this is an official running clock. So here we go. We're already down to 11:44, and the clock continues to run as the Blue Devils take the field for the first series of this third quarter in the second half. And we've got a new quarterback in. That's sophomore Jack Smith, number 7. Big body.
I formation. It's going to go to Vishon Penix. Nice little run. Penix, he's a junior running back and did good things in the scrimmage and in the first couple games.
And nice job by that Mount Lebanon offensive line. We've got a few new faces in there too. Big number 71, Ben Strife at right guard.
Up back is now Lefevre. Handoff goes to Penix. Nice run around the right side. Breaks free.
Speed.
He does. Going to be pulled down around the 13-yard line. Stop made by the free safety Colin Look. But even the Lebo third-teamers continue to roll.
Yeah, nice job by that offensive line. We've got on the right side, number 74, Big Will Harvey at right tackle. At right guard, we have already mentioned Ben Strife. And as a junior, his father, Matt Strife, standout wrestler and football player at Princeton University, went to Shadyside High School. Number 51 in at center, backup center, Colin Plesko, the junior, 6'1", 230.
26-yard gain by Penix. Already has 33 yards on 2 plays. Here he goes again. Nice run up the middle, spin move, breaks a tackle, goes into the end zone for a Mount Lebanon touchdown. Wow, what a run by Vishon Penix, the junior, our third tailback tonight.
Wow, nice job. On the left side of that offensive line, we didn't get a chance to mention Billy Green now in at left guard. And then big number 56, Nick Javon, expecting big things from him as he continues to develop both this season and next season. 6'4", 225-pound junior at left tackle helped open up a big hole as Mount Lebanon marches down first series and scores, much like we saw the first half as well.
A lot of confusion here on the extra point team for some reason. People shuffling in and out. Pelko actually on the field calls a timeout. Wow. I don't know what there's to talk about when you're up 55-0 and you're kicking an extra point.
Well, it looked like they were trying to transition some different players in there. A little bit of confusion on whether that was the first team special teams unit or not. It looked like to me as they were running bodies in and out there. Ethan Tabak, it looked like, is set as the long snapper again. I don't know that they've got a backup long snapper in for extra points. We'll see here. But impressive first drive. Mount Lebanon takes the opening kickoff, goes right down the field. Jack Smith, the sophomore signal caller in at quarterback, did not get a chance to throw a pass because Mount Lebanon's offensive line just took over that line of scrimmage. And we saw the junior, number 22, Vishon Penix, run right up the gut, thrashing through that Golden Tornado defense for a touchdown. different holder, Denny.
And kicker. It looks like we have Buddha on, who's been doing the kickoff duties tonight, as Sorsdale went a perfect 7 of 7 on his extra point tries. Here's Buddha's first, kicks up nice and high through the middle. And with 10:06 remaining, third quarter, Mount Lebanon now up 56-0.
And that was the holder, number 9, Pat King. Pat's a sophomore. His brother Joey King, a senior, number 23. Joey and Pat's dad, Pat King, of course, was a successful quarterback at Mount Lebanon, winning a couple Whippeal championships, and then I believe played at Northern Illinois for college. Nice to see Pat King in there doing a nice job handling that extra point snap. And there might have to be a rule about whether there's allowed to be this many Kings on the sideline. There's 2 of Pat King's kids are on the sideline and 2 of Kevin King's kids are on the sideline. And of course, Kevin, assistant coach for Coach Palco, is one of the head coaches of the 7th grade football team in Mount Lebanon as well. And of course, Kevin, big time standout Mount Lebanon football player and college football player as well. Yeah, and we just mentioned Jack Smith in a quarterback, and many people, Mount Lebanon football fans, will note that Bob Smith, who is Jack's uncle, was a captain on the '83 Whippeal championship team and big supporter of this program. He's also a highly decorated Navy SEAL. I think Bob might have been roommates with Doug McCauley, although I doubt Bob Smith ever likes to admit that. But I think that is true. So again, if Bob didn't win certain awards as a Navy SEAL, he probably won an award for being Doug's roommate at some point in time. But another, again, great lineage of Mount Lebanon, whether they're nephews or sons, out here on this football field, where their dads or uncles made large contributions to the excellence of Mount Lebanon football over the years.
Sorsdale kicked off that time. Butler takes over at the 28. There's a fumble. But we also got a shout out to the Sorsdales, who in Texas are going to be here next week. So we're looking forward to seeing them, as we do once or twice a year.
Yeah, now we've talked a lot about Casey doing the place kicking. Let's remember Colby, his oldest brother, is the starting right tackle at William & Mary. Started at right tackle for William & Mary as a freshman last year. Pretty incredible. Colby was a 3-year starter for Blue Devils football at Mount Lebanon and had a lot of success along the offensive line under Coach Melnick's regime.
Kelly, the ball carrier for the Golden Tornadoes. Stop made by Lefevre.
Denny, and I think it's official with 56-0. The Golden Tornadoes have been downgraded to a tropical storm right now with 8:33 left in this third quarter. Tough night for Butler.
3rd and 7, Butler on their own 26-yard line. I'm sorry, make that the 30-yard line. 3rd and 4 at the 30. Kelly going to be shy of a first down.
In on that tackle was number 16, senior Everett Lefevre, and junior number 20, Andrew DeCaro. And when I say DeCaro, I naturally just want to say Lucas and Donald, so used to shouting out their names during Mount Lebanon Blue Devil football over the last few years. Big contributors to this program.
4th and a yard. Baxter takes a snap, and he'll keep up the middle. Looks like enough for first down. Get up to around the 35-yard line there. Looks like Lefevre and Plesko helping out on the stop.
So again, even though that's a first down and the sticks have to be moved, they are still running the clock. We are in mercy roll situation with the Blue Devils ahead, 56-0 over the Golden Tornadoes, with the clock running at 7:21 of the third quarter.
Baxter, hands off. Kelly. Josh Moorhead in the game now and was helping out on the play.
Yeah, Josh is a junior linebacker. Read that play perfectly, stuck his helmet in there, made a nice play. Coming in now is number 13, Pat Dunn, another hard-nosed player. Of course, Pat's dad, standout player for Jim Render and the Upper St. Clair Panthers. We don't like to mention that much on Mount Lebanon broadcast, but Pat's dad was a heck of a player for Coach Render at Upper St. Clair, as was his uncle.
Reverse.
That's a fumble.
It's a fumble. That was Young on the reverse, and the fumble there.
Yeah, nice play by A.J. Stetler, number 30, the sophomore, who helped contain that play. Very instinctive play by Stetler.
No, that's what number 82 is not on our roster here, so we'll try to find out who that is. Direct snap, Baxter, keeper up the middle, breaks a few tackles. Nice run. This is the biggest run of the night for Butler. Finally, knocked out of bounds by Matt Wirtz, but a nice gainer there for Baxter.
Yeah,
Biggest gain of the night.
Denny, there you saw some of the sophomore Matt Wirtz's speed as he raced and took the angle and was able to chase down the ball carrier for the Butler Tornadoes along the visitor sideline heading into the south end zone. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 20 for the Golden Tornadoes. This by far represents their best scoring opportunity of the game.
49-yard gain for Baxter. 1st and 10. The Mount Lebanon 20. Handoff goes to Kelly. Blue Devils front swarming there. Looks like no gain on the play, but will bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, number 53, Billy Green, who we mentioned was playing left guard in the prior offensive series and at nose tackle, made a nice play there.
Nice to see everybody getting playing time tonight.
Yeah, and again, that's veteran Coach Palco. He had his starters out to start this second half, which makes sense as the Blue Devils start to think about the big game next week against Seneca Valley.
That's Orlowski on the carry for Butler.
Blue Devils still playing their base 3-man front defense, deploying 4 linebackers and 4 defensive backs. Linebackers, outside linebackers, now set about a yard off the line of scrimmage behind the DNs.
Baxter's going to go around the right side. Oh, coming up, hanging on, making a nice tackle there is number 28, Jack Castoro, coming up from his safety position.
Does not surprise me at all. Jack Castoro, very solid tackler, the senior. Excellent play as they tried to break that to the outside. Jack would have none of it, trying to run the wide side of the field there.
4th down, 7. Ball on the 17. Baxter has Orlowski in the backfield with him. 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Baxter straight drop back. He's going to throw toward the end zone. Incomplete. Penix on the coverage there on the throw that went to Colin Look. Incomplete.
Yeah, you're seeing Vishon do it both on offense and defense in this second half. Great runs on the prior drive, and there he is shutting out the play as they try to get it in the end zone there. Would have none of it. Again, I mentioned it earlier, nice job by Coach Franck, coaching the defensive secondary for the Blue Devils. Coach Franck is also the defensive coordinator for the freshman football team. Denny, the freshman got us kicked off last night, went up to Butler, won 28-20 on the road against the Golden Tornadoes. Freshman Nathan Sala with 3 touchdowns for the Blue Devil freshman squad.
Wow.
Blue Devil freshman team's coached by Andrew Capucci, who was also a varsity coach as well.
And looked like quick movement from the wing on this side, Mount Lebanon, Sam Ward. And it's going to be false start, 5-yard penalty on Mount Lebanon. Number 7, Jack Smith, still in the game. He's going over. He's going to get a play call from offensive coordinator Mauro Mons.
So I suspect the next time a Mount Lebanon team plays a Butler team, it'll be a much tighter contest, and that'll be in the basketball season when
With
the Blue
Eaton Morton
Devils head up to Butler Coach David's defending 6A Whitfield championship team will play Ethan Morton, Division I recruit going to Purdue at Butler early next season. Should be a great matchup. I'm sure Coach David will have his boys ready.
Penix runs around the right side, breaks through. Nice spin move. Still got the legs churning even though 3 guys are hanging on him. Nice run.
Boy, and let's call out backup center Colin Plesko. That time, Colin was blocking his guy 20 yards down the field. Great work by Colin Plesko. 3 wide receivers. They still have a tight end set to the left. 1 running back as Jack Smith in the shotgun.
Complete. Brody Campbell. And he sidesteps a man. Gets knocked out of bounds. Nice little run after the catch by Brody Campbell. He'll get knocked out of bounds at midfield.
Yeah, nice throw by Jack Smith there. He found the junior, Brody Campbell. There you see some of Brody's athleticism. Not only is he an outstanding football player, also an excellent lacrosse player as well.
Although he's going off gingerly. Now Andrew DeCaro in at the wide receiver spot on the left side. Smith's going to keep up the middle. He'll pound for about 4 or 5 yards.
Boy, and Jack Smith, only a sophomore, Denny. He's 6'2", 205 pounds, very big body.
Was the starting catcher for most of the season this spring as a freshman, and also pitched on the Mount Lebanon varsity baseball team.
Yeah, very impressive athlete. Also, as a freshman, made the junior varsity basketball team for Coach David as well, and had a nice season on the junior varsity team too.
Nice to see 3 sports stars still around. Penix. Wow, nice run. Here he goes. Inside the 20. Sean Penix.
Excellent block.
Lighten it up here.
By big number 56, left tackle Nick Javadin there helped open up that hole for Penix as he raced down the left sideline towards the hash. And that will be the last play of the third quarter. With this running clock, it goes pretty quickly, Denny. We're counting down to 4 seconds.
Yeah, they won't get this one off. And that is the end of the third quarter. Mount Lebanon 56, Butler nothing.
So, Denny, as this third quarter ends, we've got 12 minutes left of Whitfield 6A football this evening. Let's turn our attention to next week's game, Seneca Valley. Seneca Valley currently ranked number 4th in the Whitfield standings, although they're 0-2.
0-2. Yeah, I saw that today.
They got absolutely hammered in their first game by Erie McDowell, which I believe Erie McDowell is a very good team, and then lost a close game the following week. I don't know how they're doing this evening, but again, I think before this season started, when I looked at the schedule and I thought about Mount Lebanon making the next step forward in this program with Coach Palco, I kind of circled that Seneca Valley game next week and said, that's going to be a really important game, a trajectory game. You win that game, boy, now you're 3-0 and you're going up to play North Allegheny, and could be really exciting times for Blue Devil football. I know one thing for certain next week, Coach Palco and his staff will have these Blue Devils ready to play. They'll quickly put this game in the rearview mirror, and they'll focus on playing the Raiders of Seneca Valley.
I like our chances next week. I got to tell you, what we're seeing tonight. Now, granted, Seneca Valley is going to be a stiffer contest than Butler's providing, but still, I like the makeup of this team. I mean, even our third teamers are really lighting it up tonight. How about just in the third quarter alone, number 22, Sean Penix, 5 carries for 93 yards.
Yeah, just not seeing many mistakes, either mental or physical, from this Blue Devil team. Again, a reflection of Coach Palco and his coaching staff, minding their P's and Q's, crossing their T's and dotting their I's as well.
Smith hands off to Cortland Peer in the game. Oh, a spin move. Nice run. He's going to take that for about a 15-yard gain down to the 5-yard line, where it'll be 1st and goal, Mount Lebanon.
Yeah, and I was really impressed. I got to see Cortland play JV football last week at running back, and really impressed with how he carried the ball. There again, you saw a glimpse of what he's capable of. Excellent run around the right end. Nice job by that Blue Devil offensive line. Anchored on the right side by Will Harvey and Ben Strife. On the left side by Billy Green and Nick Javadin. And at center, Mr. Plesko.
Once again, Cortland Pierre on the carry. Going to get down to the 3-yard line.
Yeah, and in at fullback is number 44, Tyler Long. Big body. Tyler is a junior. What do you think, Denny, right here? You pass or run?
Run.
I'd run it as well.
Give it to Pierre one more time. Surprised he's in the shotgun, not up. Oh, no, he is getting under center. Uh-oh, fumble. Smith recovers his own fumble and still gets positive yards, maybe only a yard or two, but maintains possession. We're going to have 3rd and goal right around the 1-yard line, maybe 1.5.
Had they been able to hold on to that ball, if they were running it left, there was a hole on the left side. Nick Javaden absolutely took his player off the ball, drove him back 3 yards. Nice job by the Mount Lebanon offensive line.
However, there was a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be false start Mount Lebanon. They're going to bring the ball back to the 9-yard line, where it will be 3rd and goal at the 9.
And we've talked a lot about this offensive line. The offensive line now being coached by Coach Hathey, Mike Hathey, standout football player for the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils and also beloved teacher at Mount Lebanon High School. Good to have Coach Hathey back on the sidelines for these Blue Devils.
25, Daniel King now in at the up back. Trouble with the snap again. And Pierre's going to get hit, thrown for a loss back to about the 11-yard line. But that was the second